Here we have our washed meat. So I'll be pouring it water. I'll be cooking it because it's cow head. I'll cook it for a while to allow it to get soft before we start the whole process. If you're cooking with cow head, always endeavor to cook it a bit without any ingredient. Remember, if you add salt to it, it makes it stronger. But when you don't cook it with salt, without any spice, just with water, a little time it will get soft. Okay, now I'll be adding my water to enable it cook. Okay, have gotten the desired level of softness I want in my cow head. I'll be adding salt. A spoon of salt. I'll be adding pepper. Dry pepper. If you can still use fresh pepper if you like. I'll be using seasoning cubes. Any one of your choice will do. Yeah. And onions. Okay. So at this point, I'll be adding my dry fish and my stock fish at the same time so that it will give me a little taste of stock before I finally add the water that will be enough for the soup. Here I have my stock fish and the dry boiled fish. Are you seeing it? Stock fish and the dry boiled fish. Preferably if you have the bigger boiled fish, that will be perfect. But today I'm using the small boiled fish to give me the taste that I want for today's Okazi soup. So I'll be adding the stock fish together. Now allow it to boil. Okay, I've gotten my stock. Wow, see how it's boiling. So at this point, I'll add enough water that will be enough for my soup. Are you seeing that? I'll add enough water. Mind you, I'm not going to scatter the stock fish. What our mothers do traditionally when they are cooking this soup, they buy a whole stock fish and a very big fish. You don't scatter the fish, especially when it comes to occasion. Yeah, they don't scatter it. So at this point, I'll be adding my palm oil. Just are you seeing that? I don't need too much. 2 spoonfuls. Mind you, we started cooking the soup already. I'm going to stir it. Just a cube of Maggi. We are cooking the soup now, and I will still add pepper and salt. Two spoons of pepper because you need enough pepper in this soup. Now later on I will still taste it to know if my pepper is enough. tablespoonful salt. Yeah. At this point, we allow it to boil for 5 minutes before we add our egusi. So at this minute, I'll be adding my egusi. Wow. See it? It's boiling. Remember, it's 2 cups of egusi. It shouldn't be too thick. That's why I poured plenty water. It's a family soup. It shouldn't be too thick. I would stir a bit. Just a bit. Yeah. And allow it to cook, so that when it cooks, the level of thickness will determine the quantity of four thickener that will be added to the soup. Wow, the soup is really boiling, really boiling. And so now I'm going to add my ofo thickener, just a little of it, a pinch of it, to have the ofo taste. So I'm going to be adding 3 spoons of the ofo thickener, just 3. Because if you add too much, the soup will be thicker than required. You add just 3 spoons that are not too full. You see that? You stir it and allow it to properly cook. Yeah. You need to taste this soup. You need to taste it. You just need to taste this soup. Jeez. Wow, it's boiling. It's boiling. It's really boiling. But I like to boil a little before I add my last 2 ingredients. Remember, this is Ikwerre soup. Ikwerre in Rivers State. This is our native soup. Wow. So at this point, our soup is almost ready. Our soup is almost ready. I'll add my periwinkle. Look at it, 2 cups of periwinkle. You must have to add periwinkle. It's a Rivers food. You have to add it. Okay. So this is the last I'll be adding to my soup before the overall Okazi, which the soup is being named after, because this soup is Okazi soup. Okazi soup. I'll allow my periwinkle to boil for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Wow. Wow. Are you seeing my Okazi soup? So what you need to make the soup is egusi, ofo, stockfish, dried fish, preferably dry meat. But what I use now is cow head, periwinkle. Just view the video, you get to see the recipe. So this is going to be the end of our cooking for today. I'll take off the soup from fire before adding my Okazi. Note, you must not add your Okazi while the soup is still boiling. You have to turn off your gas, allow it to calm down before you add your Okazi. Yes, it has to taste fresh. Don't blend this Okazi in the market. Do not blend it in the market. What you do is buy the fresh Okazi, bring it home and pound with your hand. Pound it, halfway. You see what I have? This is the face of the Okazi I have. Do not blend it in the market because it gets a why. It gets a why, you my people. It gets a why. If you blend it in the market, it's going to have a kind of dull and sour taste, a kind of slappy taste. So I'll turn off my gas here. First of all, let me stir the soup. Let me stir the soup. Are you seeing soup? Jeez. Jeez. Oh. Jeez. My husband's favorite soup, Okazi. Any day, anytime you ask him, ever, what soup should I make with this morning? He will say Okazi soup. At any point in time. Look at it. It's not too thick. It's not thick. So I'll turn off my gas at this point. Are you seeing it? Don't make it thick. If you make it thicker than this, when your Okazi comes in, it becomes too thick, and it doesn't have to be thick. So you make it light like this, just light. This is okay. Very perfect. This is okay. Try it and you thank me later. So I'm going to turn off my gas. I'm going to turn off my gas. Yep. Allow it to calm. Yes, I'll be patient. Allow it to calm. You see that flame? The flame has to go down. Allow the flame to go down. Do not add your Okazi while the soup is still popping up. No. Allow the flame to calm down. Allow it. After 3 minutes, your Okazi. After 3 minutes, you add your Okazi. Allow it to calm down. You can see that the flame is reduced. So I'll add my Okazi now. With my hand, I'll pick it small. Look at the Okazi. Look at the Okazi. So I'll be picking it small with my hand. You see that? See it? So please view and invite your friends to view. You see how detailed this video is? Some persons may not be this detailed and they won't give you the reason behind soured Okazi and why you shouldn't blend your Okazi in the market. No matter what, even if you have all the blenders at home, do not blend. Do not blend because it gets a why. My Nigerian sisters will understand that it gets a why. Do not blend. Always pound it with that mortar your mother gave to you. That mortar your husband people gave to you. That mortar that was given to you as your traditional right. Always pan your Okazi with it. So I've added all of my Okazi and I'll stir it small. I'll just stir it small. Look at. See how I'm stirring it, so that your Okazi will scatter and spread everywhere. This is soup, oh. Indigenous people of Nigeria. Ikwerre make away there. Now our soup be this. Wow. So at this point, we'll call it a wrap for today. Thank you very much for staying with us. Thank you for watching.